with a 6-4, 6-2, 6-4 score, so that's just crazy not to be back-to-back and points there.
Out, 15 left.
I mentioned the Goats and what they've done recently. They lost that 3-setter to the Smash on Friday. Saturday, 1 and 2 sets over the Stingrays. Atlantics.
Fault.
They come in 1 and 1 during group stage action. Had that loss to the DC Matrix. Had saved 5 match points. That was yesterday. In that back and forth, but Thursday pocketed the win against the LA Beat. Lots of traffic going Sophie Saiz way. Aggressively, what do you think is her focus today?
Sophie needs to maintain the balance between winners and errors. When she's confident, I think she just plays amazing, so she needs to focus on that.
Canovas playing some good defense along the side and the back wall. She said the win on Saturday against the Stingrays was a complicated match. What made it complicated? You think about maybe the way tactically they had to go about beating San Diego.
Well, they had so many break points, and it was very close with the golden point, so it was tough. Even though if you see the final result, then you may think it was easier than it really was, but it was a beautiful fight, especially that cross-court fight with Leticia Manquillo.
It's 30 all. Saiz
40-30.
Getting into that offensive state of mind as she takes a smash right at Orsi. Saiz, back-to-back years playing in the PPL, 23-year-old from Spain.
And you can see over there how aggressive she is. She will go for the smash with every chance that she has. If the love is short, she will go for the kill.
Game point for Marta Talavan, also from Spain. This is her 4th season playing with the Pro Padel League. Smash putaways, 2 of them in quick succession of one another from Sophie Saiz to maintain a strong showing with that first service game. A hold in 6 points for the New York Atlantics.
Great start for New York Atlantics, and here it was a perfect example of Sophie Saiz game. Yeah, I wanted to hear what they had to say. I was saying that Sophie Saiz made 2 errors with the backhand volley. That she needs to be careful, of course, to make 2 unforced errors in the same game while serving. But on the other hand, she was able to win 3 points by herself, so that's a good news on the other hand.
Able to redeem herself in that department. Carolina Orsi comes up with the unretrievable overhead, even though Talavan exited the court, brought the ball back over the sidewall, but not on the side that she had intended.
I think Talavan turned around too early, because you have to go outside, and once you are outside, then you turn around and then you can look at the ball. But if you do it earlier and then you go backwards, it's a lot more difficult because you don't have that much speed. Oh no, that was the reason why Talavan Talavan couldn't reach the ball. I don't know if something happened with Talavan. Maybe some cream in the eye or something like that, or I don't know.
Took a second to wipe away whatever was bothering her. Canovas continues to serve. You also got to love the confidence from Canovas. She told Chelsea after the win yesterday that she knew that the Goats were going to beat the Stingrays in 2 sets.
Wow. Huge confidence, actually, yeah.
That's that teeter-totter battle that we're going to be focusing on all match long. The air count to the winning shot count for Saiz, and how much the match's outcome could be predicated on that right there.
For Saiz, it's important to be patient, especially with the overheads. Very well played by Marta Talavan, focusing on the same player all the time. If you switch to the other side while you are attacking one player, then you allow them to recover, no? In this case, Orsi, but because he continued with the same players, he was able to finish the point.
That's the power that she can wield.
And also it ranged best in how she was playing through the middle. That's the perfect ball. So she was avoiding the counter attack when you play that vibra through the middle. It's very good, especially when one of your opponents is closer to the net. And once she had the chance to increase the speed of the ball, she took it and she won the point. Oh, beautiful shot. Finding the door. Noah Canovas. Look at this. After Sofia Saiz look for the angle, Canovas was able to send the ball directly out. Canovas, a very talented player.
2 holds to 30 to start this match. What was Orsi trying to do there? It didn't seem like she was completely committed to that shot off the back wall.
The thing is, she was too close to the ball, so she didn't have enough space, and she let the ball went down too much.
Fault.
The power again rearing itself from Saiz, and she has been picking on Canovas, who has been working her way pretty quickly in points to get forward, which is giving her less time to react to those smashes going in her direction.
Especially because she found the forehand instead of the backhand to avoid the block.
30-15.
Clever placement from Orsi to come up with the passing shot winner. On it again was Orsi.
We saw yesterday a lot of times how Orsi attacked that cross court against Lucia Saiz. He's paying attention to the play, so he can switch the pace of the point.
We were talking yesterday about how the higher the lob, the higher it is to measure up the overhead in response, and then air comes the first break point of the match. Canovas injecting herself in the point through the middle of the court to take the volley. A break a serve right away. Just a second service game for the New York Atlantics.
With decision, finding a way to win to take control of the net, and also keeping very close so they can be more aggressive.
Claro, pero no hace falta muchas veces subir en la primera. Fíjate que en una que nos hemos quedado atrás, Sofía la ha tirado a mitad de red y también no va a venir más lenta la bola. ¿Vale? Entonces, lo mismo de ayer, sigamos dando. Y luego, una cosa, atención, que le hemos jugado mucho por el revés a Sofía.
Perfecto. Los globos ahí está perfecto.
Y la víbora así fuerte, ¿no?
Me equivoco en la que
On the bench of Florida Goats, they were talking about that there is no need to rush forward and look for the block after the very first lob, because they can stay patient and make their opponents play another overhead, because we've seen they can make mistakes from above their heads as well. No, that's what they were talking, especially with the Sofia Saiz errors with the overhead.
Love 15.
The last women's match to finish last night involved the Florida Goats when they beat the San Diego Stingrays. Then the Goats, Canovas and Orsi, stayed for the men's match that ended around midnight. And a quick turnaround. They're the first match of the women on Podium Day. Canovas trying to cover for her teammate. The drop volley, the drop shot, opening things up for the Atlantics to then get them a point off a forced error.
It was a very interesting play by Marta Talavan, changing the pace with that drop shot, then generating the space between Canovas and Orsi. She took advantage of it, sent the Víbora through the corner, and Canovas was able to touch it, but she wasn't able to pass the ball in.
Takes an awkward rebound off the fence. Canovas making a great decision with where she lined up on that attack.
Canovas playing a little bit conservative, I would say, no, because when she recovered the smash, she could have done something else, but in the end, she was able to find the fence you know, Brian, it's always a good idea to try to play to defense.
Always, because of the unpredictable nature of the bounce that comes off of it. Moves right into the forecourt behind the serve, then takes 2 shots thereafter, and a 5-shot rally ends with a poor quattro for Orsi.
Yeah, and she was able to do that because of that step, and because she anticipated the play, so she could weight the ball closer to the net.
Attacking the feet, Orsi got caught up in that transition zone. Break chance here has arrived as the Atlantics have visions of getting this one back to equal at 2-all.
Bolts.
Well, it was an strange point. No, Canovas made the error to play that smash through the sidewall, allowing the counter-attack, but Orsi was paying attention to the play and she was able to finish the point in the end.
Golden point, the first one of this match. Acts as a deciding point in lieu of add scoring. One of the most amazing things that we have seen from Canovas all week long, her defensive lobs, that one became offensive, completely turned the point around.
Yeah, absolutely. That lob was the key of the point. They were able to take control of the net after that lob, after avoiding the offense from Sofia's side, and also you have to have this ability to finish the point as Carolina Orsi with the smash.
Three straight games won by the Florida Goats. It's the same partnership that they used week 1 of the season last month in New York City. A counter that one-ups Canovas. That's Talavan making a low percentage shot look easy.
It's very important always to close that down the line shot. Close the gap very well. Your main task when you are playing parallel is to cover that option.
Out, 40 love.
3 straight games now. We've had the emergence of make that game points here.
Game. New York Athletics.
3-2.
And now Orsi is going to tell us what changed her mind or to become a professional.
My mindset, my new mindset, I think it's to training every day. I think that the train and to stay focused every day in what you have to do. I mean, in the gym, in the court. I think it's changed my mindset. Yes.
Well, you are very interesting as well. Everything that the players had to say. Let's hear a little bit the bench and then we'll commentate.
Ya me pillan atrás, entonces que para mí es eso, ¿no? Lo que venimos haciendo en los partidos. Muy bien al saque, ¿eh? Muy bien, vamos ahora. No, primero saques y actitud, chicas, ¿eh? Actitud de morder. Vamos. Venga. Vamos. Vamos, Carol. Muy bien, ahí Valerio con la pedada. Si la ves clara, listo. Lo importante la ha hecho perfecta. Bueno, vamos, no, esa por ejemplo, toda esa se la abajo, pero yo el sonido fallo. No, chicas, vamos a darle, pues.
Well, the message from the bench is clear: bring the intensity and go after them. It's the words from David García Campos. I was saying that's very interesting to hear what the players have to say, sharing all the thoughts before the match and how they face the competition.
Love 15.
Not much time to react there for Canovas on the blocked attempt with the volley as Talavan came in looking to attack. Had one break of serve. That was game 3. It's been the separator in this match so far.
Out, love 30. Out 15-30.
An audacious decision to try and go down the side too wide on that attempt.
Out 30 all.
That's the thing. You are low 30 and you make 2 unforced errors. It's a relief for your opponents, no? Because you have the feeling that you can get the break, but if you make these kind of errors, it could cost you big opportunities.
There was some impatience there 2 points ago, trying to find the winner down the line. That was one of those errors. Maximum intensity in that point, and a defensive spectacle it was on both sides. A few tries now for New York to get back on serve.
They have another break point. They had the 2 before, and it was a beautiful point. How Saiz was patient this time. How Marta Talavan changed the speed of the ball, changing the pace, finding the fence, and how they were controlling Canovas and Orsi in that point.
3 errors from Canovas in that game. And it was so hard, Peter, for Florida to get to the front court. They were lobbed time and time again, stuck deep in the court.
This time, New York Atlantics, they played with more patience, playing instead of going forward too early. They decided to repeat the lob and waiting for the opportunity, finding the errors on Florida.
Anticipatory skills of Orsi, handling the smash and meeting it with a more impressive shot. Love 15.
Well, see, get to the ball a little bit late. Tried to post to the other side, but she wasn't in position well. She was hitting the ball, so she wasn't able to be precise. Finding some errors now, Noah Canovas, because she wasn't making that many unforced errors, and now we can count 4. 3 of them in the last 2 games.
Saiz was broken at 30 in her first service game. 15-30 here. Patience is key, and I think Sofia's side, when they are playing a long rallies, she's trying to win the point too early. Now with that ball, it was a risky decision with a 15-30. Well, sometimes Sofia plays for all or nothing.
Faults.
It's been tough for Florida to be the one to initiate the offense. It's almost as if they have to create their own pace. They're not playing off of it. Yes, Saiz is aggressive, but New York is playing a little slower tempo, in my opinion.
Canovas, and they counter break again. They are leading the score once again. Throw the goats 4-3.
Son dos voleas que para mí hay que estar un poquito ahí activa.
No, es que encima nos cambian
Las bolas.
la bola. Sí.
Ahora.
No, o sea,
Antes.
en el alto.
Claro,
Nos han cambiado la bola.
no pasa nada.
Hostia, eso es.
Para mí falta un poquito más de activación, un poquito más
Vale.
de concentración.
Vale.
Sofía y demás. Tirarle por la derecha, ¿no? Y estar atenta, tal, tapar, estar ahí un poquito más de morder, ¿no? Un poquito más de mordiente ahí. ¿Vale? Vamos a morder ahora en ataque, ¿eh? Que entremos a morder, ¿eh? Con presencia.
Saco yo, vamos, ¿eh? Dale.
Vamos.
Vamos a tener el saque, vamos. Dale,
Venga,
va.
muy bien la paciencia en defensa los dos, ¿eh? Muy bien la paciencia en defensa.
Well, once again, the message is clear. They need to come aggressive, but stay patient in defense. No, Canovas, Orsi, they're finding so many errors on Sofia's side, especially. We have 7 unforced errors from Sofia's side. There are too many, and when they are playing long rallies, the points are going to vary the goals.
Taking advantage of a short lob reply, Saiz gets back to what she loves to do, and that would be showcasing that power. Last service game for Orsi as she's at the line. She lost her service through a golden point.
Well, again, a great reaction from New York Atlantics. They are more comfortable when they start from the back of the court, rather than when they are the one who has to take the initiative of the point. With a little bit of lag actually, because that ball that's the side wall, allowing her to make a passing shot. That means it's a low 40. That means they will have 4 break points.
If they are able to capitalize on any one of these break points, that would be half the game so far have turned to service breaks. Struggling to hold on to leads as Orsi still looking for her first service hold, as she has dropped both of her games at the line for all. Talavan with her delivery.
Love 50.
She had to do that. I mean, with a short love, you need to go for the smash. But It will stay into the net, so an error and a love 15.
Talavan goes wide to Orsi's side. Keeps it away from that comfortable hitting window to where the pickup would have been very difficult. 15 all.
It's from Hala now, from Sofia's side to get the point. It's true that Noah Canovas waited at the back, so it's always more difficult to save that ball if the opponent gives the bajada the slight effect.
What a battle that point was. There was a net cord, excuse me, hit, and still chasing it down. The Atlantics to keep the point going.
That's the defense, so the point goes for New York Atlantics.
Game point for Talavan. This is a humongous point coming up, a golden point.
Actually, it's the first golden point of the match after 9 games, even though we have 4 breaks.
The Florida Goats can serve out the opening set after they mount the breakback.
García Campos was telling Canovas and Orsi that Talavan is more dangerous because he's playing better with the lob, controlling the points, while Sofia Saiz is making more mistakes. 9 unforced errors for Sofia Saiz.
Canovas trying to make this the final game of the opening set. a hold would do just that.
Out, love 15.
Orsi overzealous there, trying to assert herself with an attacking presence at the net.
Out, love 13.
You've got 2 shots long here. What does San Diego do? Or excuse me, San Diego. That's Florida's team that they played last night. What does Florida do here?
Well, it's interesting now about how the match can change all the time. We've seen already 5 breaks, and it's like both teams they have troubles when they are close to the net.
Love 40.
So many errors, I would say, when they are leading the score.
Not the greatest of touches from Talavan after the Orsi smash, and that allowed Orsi to then do the damage to close out the point with time to react right there.
Wow.
What a block from Canovas.
I can't believe they were able to win this point. They were in total control. New York Atlantis, actually, that ball from Sofia's side was crazy good, and Noah Canovas was able to block it. After that, you can see over here when they try to find the angle, how, see, slow things down a little bit and continue the play, allowing her partner to finish the point.
Fault.
They already saved 2 break points in this game.
Still 2 more linger. Defensive lobs have been hit with tons of depth. That's what Florida has done better than just about anybody all week. Golden point, a set point.
Well, the second golden point, the first one went to Florida.
fighting off 4 break points. The set belongs to Florida. First set went to the Florida Goats, and Peter, they did not make it easy on themselves in that final game, but they did pull through.
No, actually, they had to save 4 break points in the last game to close the set. Well, the second set will be very, very interesting because New York Atlantics was so close, but they weren't able to win the set.
You look at how Talavan played that. Does she take that earlier off the wall next time?
You see that ball from Orsi is so good when you play to the sidewall with this top spin effect. So yeah, she should have taken before the back wall. The thing is, with this kind of shots, they are aiming for that, not to try that the ball died after touching the sidewall. So then they increase the speed of the point, and you can maintain the pressure when you're at the net.
Bolt.
In that first set, holding serve was difficult to come by. We had a plethora of service breaks. 5 out of the 10 games in the first set were service breaks.
Out, love 40.
Air forced. That slight impatience from Talavan made her do something out of character.
They have the first break point of the second set. Actually, they made 3 out of 3 in the first one.
You disguise that so well. I like what you said yesterday, Peter, with the overhead. You can have the same racket preparation and do a completely different thing with the ball.
And that's so important because then your opponents can't predict what you are about to do.
Out 30-40.
It's very important. Try to hide your intentions all the time.
Atlantics did not make podium day last month in New York City, despite the fact that they had a 1-1 record in group stage play. They had the win versus the Polar Bears in 3 sets. They had the loss to the Stingrays in 2 sets. San Diego would be the champ on the women's division in NYC.
Carolina Orsi with that powerful shot to get the first game. You can see over here was all about the previous ball, no? That allows her to attack in a comfortable position. Well done, Florida Goats.
We are at the Barker Hangar in Santa Monica in West Los Angeles. It is a 35,000 square foot hangar. Santa Monica Airport runway is a short walk away. In fact, if you open up the big doors of this venue, you can see the private planes, the propeller planes, about 100 yards away. Talavan misses the return as serve. Canovas is in that service position.
Out 30.
First set, Florida, they were the ones to initiate with the service break in game 3. Go up 3-1. Then gave back a break, only to break again.
Out 30-15.
Well, that's clearly a forced error because now I think Saiz and Talavan, they are trying to play with more margin of error, playing easier balls so they can get into the game back again.
Between the legs.
The wheelie.
Perfect placement from Talavan.
30 all.
The onus on making the rally longer seems to be on the Atlantics. They want to grind it out.
I think they want to look more for the errors now because they know that they've been making so many unforced errors in the last games. They need to change something.
40.
Too strong, the approach. That lob from Saiz. And she would be the first to mention it was particularly her errors in the first set that she knows she's got to clean up.
And the defense once again, Marta Talavan.
Marta
Always
Talavan to receive.
Comfortable shot for your opponent, and you get another break point. They had so many in the first set, 7, and they made 2 out of 7.
A hold regardless, though, to maintain that break advantage. 2 games to love in the second set. You feel like tactically that the Goats had to play so much in the back of the court in the first set that some of these drop shots, this is now bringing Orsi in. They haven't had a lot of chances in more. They would like to have had more chances to score points at the net. And so making them move in, the drop shot seems to be a difference in throwing them off.
It's important to change the pace, no? To try to move your opponent around the court so you find the spaces and you can be more aggressive, but not with the power, more with the placement of the ball.
Out.
The placement of the ball from Canovas aligning with the side mesh, that wire mesh, made a big difference. An emphatic swat from Orsi, a no-doubter of a winning shot. She obliterates that ball with no hope of an adequate reply.
Out 15-13.
Talavan and outside, they are doing a better job of extending their rallies and making their opportunities play that extra ball, no? But then they undo all that good work with a rush decision or a chip error. You have the feeling of, for example, with the last golden point, missing the return. Oh.
30 all.
Well, when you play a fast smash, it's very important to play a down the line fast smash, so it's more difficult to recover. Your opponent has less time to react, and you look for the line of the body, not to hit her, but then it's more difficult to. First, you have to avoid the ball, and then you have to recover.
A concerted effort to move forward. Right behind the return is serve. Rushing the net, implementing pressure in the point to win it. And a taxing situation for Saiz with her serve at 30-40. That was a touch. Orsi finding the overheads. And that has allowed the Goats to maintain a strong stance in this match.
hasn't been much between the two teams in terms of overall level, but the difference has been in the big moments. They are 3 out of 3 on golden points, and they've been much more clinical when it mattered most. I had the feeling that New York Atlantics could have won that first set, but after losing it, they weren't able to maintain the level, and now they are 2 breaks down against Florida.
Out 15 love.
Talavan already made the same more unforced error than in the first set.
It was one of those type of smashes from Orsi that clinched the match last night in the win against the Stingrays. The confidence is continuing to swell and grow for Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, you can see how New York Atlantics, they are in trouble right now.
Out 40-15.
Confidence is key, and New York Atlantics, they have so many ups and downs. When they don't, you realize when they are not having confidence on themselves, when they are not believing.
The angles found by Orsi with the volley.
4 games to love.
And such stout net play from both Canovas and Orsi makes for a very difficult position to be in if you're facing that.
Bolt.
Here's Talavan. The longest women's match of the week actually was courtesy of the New York Atlantics. They were part of the first match. They were the first match yesterday. And they want to make these rallies go longer unless Saiz wants to get offensive and put one away aggressively. But that one went 1 hour and 48 minutes, the Atlantics, in that loss to the DC Matrix. 13-11 in the third set tiebreak. They did save the Atlantics 5 match points, but a 6th one was the one that got them.
This time Talavan was able to block that offense from Orsi. We've seen several times how Orsi tried to win it with the cross court, and Talavan was ready to close that gap.
40-15.
Just past the hour mark of this match, 1 hour and 5 minutes. That's the second time that Canovas has found an angle so cunning, so captivating with no hope of a reply.
You play from below the net, you can do match. You can do a drop shot, or you can play that cross-court ball, for example.
Golden point.
And you think, Peter, that the big points
Canovas,
usually a good indicator on who wins the majority of those to who's going to win this match. And here's another one. Golden points majority previously in this match won by Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been more clinical when it mattered most. 3 out of 3 golden points. That ball from Orsi wasn't good enough. You play that the slow ball, you need to aim for the back wall. If it's too short, then this could happen. The counter-attack from Marta Talavan to keep believing. And they need it, because since they lose that first set, they've seen a clear drop in their level and intensity. They are a team that seems to feed off confidence and momentum, and when they are fully connected, they can be almost unstoppable. But when a few doubts start to creep in, you can see in their game, no? So they need to believe again if they want to come back.
Bueno, no pasa nada, pero pelucha. Aquí te metes. No. Lo que tienes que hacer es que si haces un break, cambia todo. Ellas tiran un par fuera, tú empiezas a meter esa tiro fuera, te pones 4-4 en nada.
You hear the conversation there, and what was being discussed is if you get on the Atlantic side, if you can get a break, everything changes.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's interesting because it was just what I was telling the audience. No, she was saying I haven't been able to do anything for a while because I just don't feel comfortable out there. No, so it's about the emotions, about how you feel, and they just need to change that. Javi Martinez was telling them, just get a break, and you can see you will see that everything could change.
You like my translation?
Yeah, I love it. It was perfect.
I did major in it in college, but always can work on it. That one usually works for Orsi, but a demoralizing outcome for her. She was so close to the net.
Out 15-0.
Played the bandeja into the middle of the court. The defensive overhead Canovas. And in that transition zone was Saiz, and was in between what shots she could have done, and so she overhits.
Yeah, it's never a good idea to stay in no man's land. Whatever you want, Canovas was sending her partner after that por tres. Look at this smash from Orsi in a very important moment, actually, in the 30-all. You know that everything can change with just a break as well. So, for that reason, they want to win the game.
You have to credit the blocking defense, though, in that point,
absolutely.
extending the point from the New York perspective. Scurrying off the court, Canovas got all twisted and turned around there and trying to bring that one back onto the court.
Well, they had them chances to be 5-0 with the golden point. They couldn't make it, and now it could be 4-2. Well, very well played. Sofia Saiz, you can see how she hold the preparation until the end to fake the smash, and not just to fake the smash, how she played that ball. The ball just died after touching the back wall. Just perfect execution in what a moment with the golden point. Actually, they haven't won any golden point until the previous one, and they won the last two.
They have, yeah. Back-to-back games that New York has had to win, and they have won those golden points.
Love 15.
What's the key to blocking hard hit smashes when you're back in the court?
Well, when you're a professional player, you can predict more or less the bounce of the ball, so you stay closer to the back wall, and then you look at your opponent to see where she's about to play that smash. Usually it's cross court, so you more or less hold your position where you think that they will play that ball.
The Atlantics played that last ball through the middle, and some indecision through the middle has led to some points for New York. And they had their own case of indecision, both going for that floater ball.
Fault.
Another fortress from Sofia Saiz. The 30-all.
You get out to that big lead in the second set for Florida. What do you think's gotten them in a position where they're starting to allow New York back in the match, at least in the second set?
In this case, were two short lobs, I would say, but there are too many things. No, but they are close. Actually, New York Atlantic is not that far away in the whole match. They just this time they just were able to win the golden point. That was a main difference, no, in the key moments.
Another golden point opportunity coming to fruition with a lot at stake. The third straight game with a golden point, and after the first two were won by New York, Florida gets this one, and they are a game away from finishing this week in LA in third place.
You asked me, Ryan, what allows New York Atlantics to enter the game, not to get that 2 games, and they were talking about it in the benches. That the decision they were making was into the decision that they weren't doing before, as the smash from Noah Canovas, that she was playing one way, and then when they had the advantage, they decided to play in another way, allowing them to take control of the net.
Certainly taking control of the net in that short-lived exchange. There were moments of the first set where it seemed very difficult for Florida to get to the net and dictate points. And that was by design, tactically, from New York.
I was about to go out for that. She was regretting to touch that ball. No, Canovas.
Fault.
It wasn't the power, but it was the width that Orsi found on that overhead.
Yeah, she tried to avoid the block from Talavan, so she plays that ball to the feet of Talavan and looking for the fence in case she let the ball pass.
Hunkered down into that corner, playing defense was Orsi. And short on a defensive lob, and she paid the price as Saiz goes the other way at Canovas for the winning shot off the aerial game.
Fault.
The response.
34.
In control. On balance for Talavan and Peter. She and the Atlantics have a really, really good opportunity to mix things up in this second set.
They need it, and actually it wasn't the best of the recoveries, but she was able to force the error from Canovas.
A break a serve when trying to serve out the match is exactly what New York had in mind.
They haven't got any match point with service. I have to say, no, they lost the last two service game. It's a crazy match, actually. If we recall the first set, they were low 40 and they were able to win 4 points in a row to close the set, but they were very close to lose it with the break. So it's defined by details, and at this moment the golden points or the break points are going to New York Atlantics, the second half of the second set.
Love.
Almost brought it back in. No give up from Talavan in that point, but Orsi problem solving along with her teammate Canovas through a frenetic sequence.
Yeah, Orsi, she should go for the smash every time that she has the chance, because Talavan is having problems to recover the smashes, even the one who gets into in the court.
Are you surprised, Peter, with how well Saiz can be in generating offense with her overheads, that so much traffic is going in her direction in these rallies, and even that being the case, they're still going to her?
It's because she makes more errors than Talavan, no? So even though she is very good getting points, she also can miss a few. So it depends. You have to take into account if she's winning more points than losing or not.
Ooh, that was awfully close.
30 all.
Too long on the lob try from Orsi. Canovas went for a down-the-line lob to mix things up later in that exchange.
And you have to take into account as well, answering the previous question, that it's easier to play a cross-court lob than a down-the-line shot. So if Canovas is the one who stays at defense, it's easier that she played a lot of cross-court lobs instead of looking for Marta Talavan.
Talavan trying to put the clamps down on this game with game points.
Game. New York Athletics, Florida going by
We're
5.
still in this thing.
New balls, please.
A burst and a rejuvenated sense of confidence percolating on the Atlantic side.
También si se quedan atrás, ¿vale? La salida va a ir un poco más cortada para que se le quede abajo y entra y luego. Está perfecto, bien, vamos.
So what's the focus now? Because there have been a few times where Orsi served with a chance to serve out the match. She got broken. What does Canovas do differently from where she wants these serves to go to try to get on the front of these points?
I think when she serves Talavan, maybe it's easier to play. I was going to say to the tee, actually, but because then you have more control, or you can get to the net without having any trouble on the return.
Most of the overheads, I would have to think more than 90% of them from Orsi have been injecting pace, lots of pace. Hasn't done a whole lot of the off-speed stuff.
Canovas. I would say that Orsi
30-15.
She has a powerful smash, and Marta Talavan, she's not a player that usually take advantage when you don't get the ball out of the court and you don't finish directly the point with the smash. So I think it's interesting that Orsi tried to go for that smash every time that she has the chance to do it.
Out 30 all.
How difficult is it to win a match close? And even when you are so close, then you are more nervous. Then it's like a different context. They were playing so good. They had a huge advantage, and now they are just 2 points away from getting another break. We're playing now, moving first, open the space after the ball from Orsi to Marta Talavan, and is what they need to put pressure on the opponents, because they are just passing the ball, but they need to go for it.
We'll see if they can do that. 1 hour and 31 minutes in our first match point.
I mean, that's the thing. After trying to find the perfect opportunity to increase the speed of the ball, to try something different, Orsi decided to do it with the most difficult ball of all. Now, when they see at the back of the court trying to look at an angle with the backhand, that's the thing. Now that you have to wait until the perfect moment, and usually it's when you are at the net and you have a float ball.
This is a match that's playing right into what the Atlantics want. They want those grinded out, lengthy battles. We're more than an hour and a half in. Florida plays shorter matches, shorter points.
Well, there you go. Actually, it's when you just pass the ball, when you play for long rallies, when you change the way you are playing, you don't put pressure on your opponent, and your opponent, they are being brave, they are making better decisions, then this could happen. Because you can't, I mean, of course, sometimes you can win a match just looking for the errors, but when it's the moment to close the match, you have to do something else. You can't expect all the time that your opponents it will continue making those mistakes that they were making at the beginning, because something changed, and New York Atlantics now is believing. They are playing for the win, while Florida now is playing for not to lose.
That's a great way of saying it. And Florida was up 4-0 in the second set. They were cruising.
Out, love 15. Fault. Out 15 all.
I'm starting to think, Peter, with all the traffic that's going Saiz way, does Florida decide to go more at Talavan to spotlight her?
They are trying to. Well, I think that Saiz is in control of the ball out of times, and Talavan wasn't feeling that well, but they couldn't take advantage of that situation.
Canovas got an awkward rebound as she went wide to the sidewall, opening up a smash opportunity for Orsi to let loose.
Out. 30 all.
Take me through the mindset of Canovas and what she was trying to do there.
Well, she tried to. I think she didn't try something special. She just tried to play the ball through the middle just to continue, but she couldn't be precise actually. You can see clearly who changed the game. Sofia Saiz with her smashes, with her confidence. Even when she's at the back of the court, you realize that she's switching the speed. She's increasing the speed of the ball. She's trying something different. She's assuming risk. Sometimes it could go wrong, but this time it's paying off for her. You know, it's like if I'm going to lose, I will do it, but playing my own style. I will do everything to win the match, and it's what the Florida coach is lacking. Let's see if they are able to change that.
Orsi had a chance to serve out the match. Now she is serving to stay in the second set.
Out. Love 50.
How things have changed, Peter, from up 4 games to love.
They had the chance. They had a golden point to be 5 to love. They have a golden point to be 5-1. They had 2 match points, and now 5-6 for New York Atlantics. And love 30.
Love 30.
Javi Martinez said it. One break can change everything. Wow. It was a prediction.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Because they still had work to do, even if they got the first break, recovered one of those breaks back. But it was that sense of belief that it would instill. We got one. Why can't we get another one?
That's because New York Atlantics depends a lot on how they feel. That's something that could lead you to do very good bad matches if you are not feeling well, if you are not feeling with confidence. Because sometimes you have to compete without having good feelings, no? But when they feel good, this could happen as well. They can come back from a really tough situation.
You said it. Saiz has been the X factor.
40.
She's been getting more of the traffic. The error count has been going down. Placement on the overheads. You just find yourself behind in the point constantly if you're Florida.
Yeah, and Sofia Saiz is dominating almost every point. No, sometimes she could miss, make more errors, but clearly she's trying something different.
Canovas goes right back at Talavan, who was on the charge forward to pick up the short ball.
Saved 2 set points.
And we are headed to a golden point. 3 set points come and go. A 4th one still lingers. We're going to a 2nd set tiebreaker. The failure to close out that game now allows Florida to avoid having to play a 3rd set tiebreaker.
It's interesting, no? They play better when they are behind in the score, low 40, and they were able to win 4 points in a row to send this set to the tiebreak.
Played a 7, win by 2.
Out. 1-0, Florida Goats.
She fell into the net, but the ball was already put away before that. So Orsi takes the point for the Goats.
Yeah, exactly. That's sadly right. If you touch the net, but the ball already passed the 4 meters fence, then the point is yours.
All they needed, the Goats, was a little wake-up call. They needed to be trailing, and that has awakened them.
It was a big wake-up call.
They have won 7 straight points. The backhand approach, rolled it short, down the line. And on the change of direction, Talavan misses in the forecourt. All Florida, their longest point winning streak of the match at a crucial moment. 8 in a row.
Very well played now with that high-low, allowing her to start the counter-attack.
Out. 4-1, Florida Goats. Florida Goats.
Well, this time it was a good recovery from Talavan, and here we have what you were talking about, no? That those consecutive points we can see over there now. Of course, the 2 points for Saiz Talavan, but there we have 8 consecutive points from Florida Goats. This is not over. New York wants to fight back in this tiebreak.
Here's Orsi.
4-3.
Anytime they get a big lead, they just give it back away. And Florida won the first 4 games of the second set. And then the comeback came. They won the first 4 points of the second set tiebreaker. And here comes a comeback for New York. 4 in a row for them.
4-all.
Another mass from Sofia Saiz. Finally, Noah Canovas decided to increase the speed of the ball, decided to go for the point. You can see they had a chance twice before that ball, and at the moment she decided to go for the winner when they took the point.
Out. 6-4. Florida goes.
The third match point. But the first one in the second set tiebreaker for the Goats.
Length for serve.
Another great smash from Sofia's side, giving everything until the end, believing that they can come back. Actually, they were 4-0 down, then they won 4 consecutive points, and now they saved another match point.
The lob was too short, and 6-all. That's 4 match points erased by New York.
It's very interesting, know how they're playing. We saw it just actually against San Diego Stingrays after winning the first set. Florida, instead of continue attacking, they decided to play more at the defense, playing several love through Manquillo, waiting for the error from San Diego, and they found that actually the last point of the match was a very long rally, and they were playing looking for the errors of the opponent, and they found it at the end, but it was 5-4, and they won in a golden point. So I think we have the same feeling. Not Florida is just looking the errors from Saiz and Talavan.
7-6, New York Athletics.
A set point for the New York Athletics. After they had trailed 4-0 in the second set and were down 4 points to love in the tiebreak.
Wow. Saving another set point. It's 5 set points. And you could see Sofia was able to get that ball outside of the court so many times. But when you have a set point, then it's, I don't know, it's just something spectacular, no? How things can change just depending on the score. Because the mind is tricky.
And you studied psychology.
So I know what are they talking about. I think everyone can relate that. Oh, that smash from Sophie's side this time wasn't good. She allowed Canovas to attack from a very close position. You can see over there. And now they have another match point.
Out.
That's what they want. That's what New York wants. Wow, you see Sophie Saiz after making that point or winning that point, she looked right over at the Florida Goats bench and just said, hey, take a look at that. We just won that.
Yeah. You could see that they had a chance, Florida, to win the point with that ball close to the net, but didn't go for the smash.
The never-ending point finally has a conclusion. And fitting for New York that Saiz had something to do with it.
Oh, it's always the same. Sofia Saiz with the overheads, Canovas at the back of the court playing so many lobs, suspecting that she will make a mistake. But when she's able to play with consistency, when she continues and when she's being patient until she can increase the speed of the ball, usually the point goes for New York Atlantics. Ooh. What a save.
But it wasn't good enough to a 10-point super tiebreaker we go. 5 match points discarded along the way.
Well, we go to the super tiebreaker. I think New York Atlantics deserve to be there because how they react, because what they are proposing in the game, actually. And I don't see how you can recover from being 5-2, having so many match points, and being in the tie break, leading 4-0, end up losing it, and now you have to play a super tie break. You have to be mentally tough for recovering from that point.
Final set, match tie record till 10 points.
Facing the end of the match, the super tiebreak
Orsi
to 10 points.
To serve. Florida goes. Marta, Talavan to serve.
Peter, you think about how the second set ended. Who's got the edge in this tiebreaker?
Well, after what we've seen, Florida should have the New York Atlantic should have the advantage, like at least mentally recovering from. I mean, they had to recover from a ball. Like they were 0-4 in the second set break, one set down, 2 breaks down, and a ball of the third break down. Then they were 2-5. Then they have to come back from two match points in the 4-5. Then 2 match points in the tie break.
Canovas goes fast-paced at Talavan to change up the rhythm of the rally.
The error from Sofia's side, because this time Noah Canovas decided to go to the front. Usually she stayed at the back with the overhead from Sofia's side. Now in the super tie, she decided to go to the front, try to block, and she surprised Marta Talavan.
Fault.
They both ran to the ball, and just about the whole court was open for Talavan's finishing shot. She rushes into action and exploits the open space. Over 2 hours this match has gone. The 2 longest matches of this tournament, the New York Atlantics were playing in them, and that is by design. That's because they like to make the rallies go long. In some respects.
That's true, but I have to say this because in this case, Florida is the one who is aiming for the errors rather than the winners, and who are trying to play with long rallies. To be fair, Sofia's side is trying to do the opposite.
Out. 3-0.
Something that changed along the match, because in the first set they were playing different styles, and the same happened with Florida yesterday.
Players to the court, please.
Something interesting is the longest match, the 2 longest matches have the same umpire, Nuno Moreira.
Interesting.
Just a coincidence, but it's,
yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very well played by Marta Talavan. How, after playing that low ball to the middle, how she stepped ahead and switched the direction to the other side, surprising Noah Canovas and winning an important point. Leading the Super Tie break for the first time in New York Atlantics. She saved it.
But they were fooled by the change of pace from Orsi.
After a huge save by Sofia Saiz, it's impressive actually, and this was a clever execution from the Italian player. I think Sofia Saiz complained because the bench floor they were already celebrating before the point ends.
Touch.
Canovas touch the net, so it's 5-4.
First to 5 in this third set tie break would be the New York Atlantics. 5 match points have been saved by New York.
New York Atlantic.
Well, this is officially the longest match of the week when you account for the men and the women. We've only had one other match go more than 2 hours. It was on the men's side. You saw some open space there that the Atlantics missed out on trying to find that space themselves.
Yeah, Sofia Saiz decided to play through Canovas instead of looking for the down the line shot where it was an open space. I guess we feel more comfortable playing cross court.
In mind to try and play the volley up the center, but the execution wasn't there. 3-all at the first side change and 6-all at the second one.
Oh, just 4 points. 4 points away Florida, 4 points away New York. After 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's been a thrilling match with so many ups and downs. It's a roller coaster of emotions, this match.
It's a match that has played 131 points. Or wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong stat. Let me check that out in just a moment. It was a prior match. We have played 23 games. That I can tell you.
Faults.
Runs it on by and gets the affirmation she was looking for from her teammates sitting on the bench as Canovas fields a snazzy shot, stretching out Saiz out wide for the winning shot. Ooh. Canovas took it on the bounce. Off the Saiz smash.
I'm taking a nap after. No, that hurt. Of course, she hit her stomach.
She has been all over the court. There was one sequence. Remember when she dove after a ball right in front of the net earlier? That was in the second set tiebreak. She brings this relentless pursuit to the ball and this charismatic energy about her.
Net for serve. Eight,
169 points have been played in this match. New York Atlantics have won 87 of them.
So if Florida wins the match, they will do win less points than New York. But for the first time, it's match point for New York Atlantics. Florida, they got four match points. 5 match points?
I think it's 4 or 5, yeah.
I thought there was 2 in the 5-4, and then in the tiebreaker it could be. Oh well. Now match point.
Either way we look at it, it's been quite a few. You're right.
Game, set, and match.
An endurance battle.
2 sets to 1.
And just a sigh of relief from Talavan. They win a thriller in over 2 hours for third place over the Florida Goats.
Well, a huge comeback from New York Atlantics. Well, Javi Martinez said it to them, his teammate, one break can change everything, and it changed everything actually. They were 4-0 down, they were 5-2 down, they had to save several match points. They were able to come back from 4-0 in the tiebreak. It's just crazy stuff on there. You know, the celebration after crazy comeback, the most impressive